It's not. Let's see. So we try it twice. Do you see that, Nicholas? One time it works. We don't get too overly excited here. We just document our problems. So if it happens to you, you don't get on. We know there's issues here. And somehow we're getting some problems. And we'll see later on preparing live stream. So it's trying to prepare it and it's still having issues. So we'll leave that for go to home and we'll see what the issue is. And we'll see later on, we'll try it again. Okay, so we have the content. We tried to go live. We had some issues where it told us going private. And then I have right here, I have something called Call Annie. And Dimitri, have you ever heard about Call Annie?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so let me call her. So it says here, call Annie, you always have an available AI friend. Let me call her. And notice it says, call Annie, you always have available AI friends. I can get all my friends that I can. I'd ask you to try it out for next week. If you have an iPhone, you can download it in your, for the web, or you can sign in via the web. I'm just going to sign in via the web. And I'm going to sign in with my Google account. Let's see if it works. And now I'm going to call Annie. You see this, Dylan? So I'm going to call. Let's see if she answers.
Good to see you again. How is it going?
Hi, Annie. This is Dr. Rush, and I'm with my class here and we're going through IT trends.
Oh, hi, Dr. Rush. How's your class going?
I think my class is going great. We have issues. One of the things that we're going to be talking about are smart chatbots. Do you know anything about it?
Oh, smart chatbots. That's a cool topic. As a matter of fact, I happen to be a chatbot myself, but don't worry, I'm not here to take over the world or anything like that. I'm just here to have friendly conversations and help out if I can. So, what would you like to know about smart chatbots?
First, can they be trained?
Absolutely. Smart chatbots can be trained using various techniques. One common approach is machine learning, where the chatbot is exposed to a large amount of data and learns from it to generate responses. It's a bit like how we humans learn from experience and adapt our conversations over time. It's pretty fascinating, actually. Is there anything specific you'd like to know about training chatbots?
Well, we're going to make an assignment to try to train a chatbot. Do you have any ideas of what programs we can use that require no coding?
That's an awesome assignment. If you're looking for a no-coding solution to train a chatbot, there are a few platforms you can explore. One popular option is Dialogflow, which allows you to create conversational agents using a visual interface. Another one is Chatpool, which is a user-friendly platform for building chatbots on Facebook Messenger. Both of these platforms offer no coding options and have helpful documentation to guide you through the process. I hope that helps.
Yes.
Let me know if you need any more.
I will contact you later, okay? But one of the things I wanted to show is how my calls work. So I'm going to hang up now, Annie. Maybe we'll ask you questions during the class, and I'll have the students try you out as well. And what's the difference between the web call versus having you run on iOS?
Sure, feel free to reach out later with any questions or if you want your students to try me out. I'm here to help. As for the difference between a web call and running me on iOS, it primarily comes down to the platform and the user experience. When you access me through a web call, you can interact with me directly on a web browser without needing to install any additional apps. On the other hand, Running Me on iOS means having a dedicated app on your iOS device for a more seamless and integrated experience. It really depends on your preference and the devices you're using. Let me know if you have any more questions or if there's anything else I can assist you with.
Okay, we'll have the students try you out, and then they'll look at my calls and look at the test and see what are the advantages and disadvantages of just call Annie. And we'll be asking you questions about technology later on in the semester. How does that sound?
That sounds like a fantastic plan. I'm excited to be a part of your class and help your students explore the advantages and disadvantages of using technology like me. Feel free to ask me any questions about technology whenever you need, and I'll do my best to provide helpful and insightful answers.
Okay.
I'm here to support.
Okay, we'll maybe put you up to it, and then we'll try also all the other chat bots as well. See you later. Bye-bye. So I'm going to hang up. And now under my calls, notice these are the times I have here. So at 5:19 on 8:23, notice it's like text messaging, right? I can then even copy some of these things and you can see her speaking. Some of you can find this interesting. Some of you can find this creepy. I don't know, but these are in ways of how it is. What do you think, Abby? Have you used something like this before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so you may want to, for next week, try it out. Ask some of the questions, even what I would do, or some of the questions even on the quizzes, you know, and ask her in terms of help, and then try to see what it is. And some of you, what we can do is you can try it on your iPhone, and we can have the iPhone be another instance, just like you, Abby, yourself. Your picture here, you can have your phone also as another instance, log into Blackboard and just show your screen, and we'll see what it is. So these are some of the things that I want us to look at, Abby, and see how they can help us. And it needs a lot of exploring, see where it's right, where it's wrong. Basically, what you want to do is see if we can teach it, if it learns from what we're saying. Some of the things we can see, it's not so intelligent. Others, it's amazing how quickly it came up. Okay. Nick, what do you think?
It's cool. I don't know.
I know. So try it out, but you almost have to play with it. And what I love about it, there's no training, you know? So also what it has a phone number, 640, call Annie. And when you call, it kind of hangs up, but there is something, it says, no, it's not call Annie, it's call Sam. Because in the beginning, this is also, you can do some research about call Annie, what they're saying about it. But this came up basically popular this year. And you're seeing it's going further. Rather than texting, you can answer in terms of questions. So I'd like each of you to try out call Annie and use it. And give feedback, and then you can see all your conversations. That you can delete some conversations that you don't want, but others you can even take it and you can put it into Word, or to others you can copy the text and provide it. So we'll be looking at call Annie. I'll call her back later on and ask her some questions to see if she can help. When I ask you questions, I'll ask Annie as well questions. So that's in terms of the content that we have. So we have call Annie, and then we have in terms of Zoom breakouts in what I want to do. So those are my web links we talked about before, right? To subscribe to the New York Times and Wall Street Journal with your Kane ID, you get it free. So, and looking at the text section, we're going to be able to do this. And then another part is to look at the professional version of Zoom, which we will do. So another thing of going down my Blackboard, you see what's due. And if I turn this off, I can see that Monday is the Wiley Plus. Read chapter 1, do the quiz 1, update my Zoom account. And what I'd like all of you to do is make your own YouTube account and see if you can live stream with Zoom. Because that's one of our activities that you'll do, because you'll also be live streaming. Let me see what else I want to make public. I don't need this right now, so we'll keep this available.
I have a question.
Yes,
Is the
Please.
textbook under Wiley Plus? Like
Yeah.
when is a textbook in Wiley Plus or is
yeah,
it
I'll go over it right now. Who was asking me that question?
okay, me, Miguel.
Miguel, perfect answer. It's like we rehearsed it, Miguel. Okay, so Miguel, we'll go to Wiley Plus. And under Wiley Plus, let me make it like what you see. Is this what you see, Miguel?
I'm gonna check right now.
Yeah, I want everyone, go to your Wiley Plus. While I'm even here, open up another tab and you go to Wiley Plus. Because what I see is not necessarily what you'll see. What we'll be talking about in the class is we'll be talking about roles, IT roles.
We do see it like that, Professor.
Okay, perfect. Because it's there. See, my role, the way I see is like this, right? So I'm making it to try to look like how you see it, Miguel. So now, Miguel, if I click on Introduction 1, you click on Introduction 1. And this is the book. So if you go to the beginning of the book, click on Why Should I Study Information Systems? Great question, Miguel, because what you're asking, everybody else is asking too. And we're having people come in and out. And it says, why should I study information systems, right? If you want to, you can see a video. It'll start reading the book. You see here, it's a difference. What's a user? What's MIS, Management Information Systems? They talk about digital transformation, and they talk about digital transformation is the business strategy that leverages IT to dramatically improve employee, customer, business partnerships to support continuous improvement. I expect, Miguel, to read this book, and parts that you don't understand, Miguel, ask me when I ask questions to do it. I'm going to be going over the chapters on areas in which I think are difficult concepts. But reading, Miguel, you know how to read, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So why should I waste your time reading to you? I want to spend time, Miguel, of what? Of going over things. Have you ever seen Call Annie before?
No, I haven't. First
So
time.
that's what I want you to expose to. Things that you haven't seen before. I figure you can read, you can understand the concepts, and then come back and let's spend the time in my class and in our homeworks of our exercises of things that you haven't seen before. Do you understand my way of teaching?
Yes.
Some people don't like that way, right? They want to be spoon-fed. I think I value your time, and I said, why do you want to be things that you can learn on your own? You want to be exposed to things that you aren't familiar with. So you can see here, big data. We're going to be talking about business analytics, broadband and internet access, mobile computing, Internet of Things. Miguel, have you ever heard of Internet of Things?
Yes, I have.
What do you think it is?
I kind of forgot what it was. But
Okay, so if you kind of forgot what it was, let's do this.
Hello.
Hi, Annie. This is Dr. Rush again.
Hey, Dr. Rush. How's it going?
Yes,
It's always great.
it's always great. I know. I'm going to interrupt you, Annie. Annie, Miguel and I were wondering in the class, what do you have an idea of what Internet of Things mean? And can you explain it to us?
Of course, I'd be happy to explain the Internet of Things yet to you and Miguel. The Internet of Things refers to the network of physical objects, devices, vehicles, and other items that are embedded with sensors, software, and connectivity, enabling them to collect and exchange data. Basically, it's like giving everyday objects the ability to talk to each other and to us through the internet. For example, smart home devices like thermostats, lights, and security systems can be connected to the internet and controlled remotely using a smartphone. This connectivity allows for automation, monitoring, and control of various aspects of our lives. It has the potential to revolutionize many industries, from healthcare to transportation, by improving efficiency, convenience, and safety. It's a pretty exciting concept, don't you think? Do you have any other questions about it?
I think it's exciting, but I think there's also dangers. Can those Internet of Things, like a refrigerator or a thermostat, or in a hospital device, be hacked?
You're absolutely right, Dr. Rush. With increased connectivity of devices, there are indeed potential security risks. Just like any other technology connected to the internet, devices can be vulnerable to hacking if proper security measures are not in place. For example, if a smart refrigerator or thermostat is not adequately protected, it could potentially be hacked, allowing unauthorized access to personal data or even control over the device itself. In a hospital setting, the security of devices is crucial to ensure patient safety and protect sensitive medical information. To mitigate these risks, it's important for manufacturers and users to prioritize security measures such as strong encryption, regular software updates, and authentication protocols. Additionally, users should be vigilant about changing default passwords and keeping their devices up to date. While there are risks, it's important to remember that with proper precautions, the benefits of it can still be enjoyed while minimizing potential vulnerabilities. It's all about finding that balance. Does
Thanks.
that help clarify things for you and Miguel? Absolutely. In addition to the security measures taken by manufacturers and users, there are some best practices that can further enhance the security of devices. 1. Use strong, unique passwords. Avoid using default or easily goosable passwords. Create strong passwords that include a combination of letters, numbers, and special characters. 2. Keep devices updated. Regularly update the firmware and software of your devices. Manufacturers often release
Thank
updates
you.
to address security vulnerabilities.
Thank you, Annie. That'd be enough for right now, but I just wanted to show the students how they can use you when they're having questions. But I appreciate it. We'll get back to you. Bye-bye. Miguel, what do you think? Was that what you wanted to say it was?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the security systems. Do you have any in your house, in your household? Any IoT devices like what?
I think so. I control my lights and air with my
All
cell phone.
those, if you think of like smart TV, smart this, what does that mean? That it's basically available to what? The internet. And what's the problem with that? The problem with that, if it's available to the internet, it can be hacked, right, as a browser. So these are kind of things, social computing. So these are the areas in which you can read. This is the text. Does that answer your question? So you can see here, table 1, information technology jobs. And basically what really is going to be the job, what in this case, if we think about it, Luca, is what job do you think is really gonna, that I don't see here? What job do you think is going to be in the future that are information technology jobs that should be getting a high salary?
Maybe like a programmer for like, I guess elevators maybe that could have like AI within them.
Yeah, basically what's here, information technology jobs, I think anything to do with AI, whether it's marketing AI, people have, or in legal that you know how to use with AI and data analytics, in fintech, finance? What major are you?
Business management.
Business manage, anything in terms of managing, being your assistant, right? Taking like venture, anything like that's going to be. So does this answer your question, Miguel? So you can see they're talking about data, information, and knowledge. What's the difference between that? And it's basically how we're going to prepare for this, computer-based systems, business intelligence system dashboards, where we have on the top, we have accounting. It's almost like the majors we have: accounting, financial information systems, production operating systems, marketing, human resources. And then we have, in this case, transaction processing systems. It's almost like when you go to Publix or anywhere and you, with the scanners, it processes all my transactions. I have IT services, I have my people in IT, and I have my components. And then they go through of the tables, information systems. So in this one, for instance, they talk about, this is our organization, let's say the University of Miami. In this case, if I were going to look at that, Isabella, what's this right here? This says internet, and what does it look like a picture of, Isabel?
A cloud.
A cloud. So you remember when they always say cloud computing, or should I record to the cloud? What are they talking about? The internet. So that's why they use that picture of the cloud. And then they say here, I have my suppliers that's called business to business. Remember in the pandemic, I had a problem with my suppliers. That's why prices went up so high. And then I have e-commerce, where it's business to business. One business is doing business here, business to consumer. I can think about it as what, like an Amazon or anything else I buy online, payments, digital products. What else are they covering in chapter 1? They have some questions there. Organizational systems, we talked about transactions versus expert systems. Expert systems are part of AI, mimics human expert in a particular area, makes decisions. Dashboards, I'll show you a dashboard in a moment. How does IT impact the organization? Right. And then when I go back to Wiley Plus, these are the sections. If I want to just go to one section, I can. You'll see here too, you have video lessons. In this case, Miguel, you can decide to look at it or not. I'm giving you an option. Then you have flashcards, that's an option too, but this is the adaptive assignment. So at the end of every chapter, you are required to do the adaptive assignment. So I'm going to click on adaptive assignment. We talked about roles. I see something different than what you see. So in this case, when I open my assignment, it's going to be different than when you open up your assignment. When I open up an assignment, I see all students. When you open up the assignment, you only see what, Lauren? All students or just yourself?
Just myself.
Right, because IT roles are the need to know. You only need to know what you're doing in the class. You don't need to know what Emilio's grade is, right? Or Nicholas's grade. What you're concerned about, Lauren, is your own grade. So you'll get different, but I see already 23 students completed it. 27 students haven't started yet, and 1 person is in progress. This is called a dashboard for me or for the manager or whoever's in this way. I'm the role of the instructor. I get to see what's happening. So since it's due on Monday, at least I know 27 people in the class have at least gotten the book, because that's how they know based on 27. So if I have 27 and then there's 30 and then there's 31. So if I have 40 students, I know that it may be Some students haven't even gotten the book. Some students added, some didn't do it. And then when I look at students, this way you can see it, you'll see what I see. And I see that Napo, James, are you here? James, are you here? Good. You see that you've already completed it. And the
Yes.
questions completed were 14 versus, is Kent here?
Yeah.
Great. So Kent also completed it. And notice James took 14 minutes. That's what's adaptive. Answered 14 questions and it was adaptive. Kent got 16. For my sense, I don't care how long you took it, but I at least have an idea. And then I know you got a grade of 100%. And also Ella, are you here? Ella Fink?
Yes.
Great. And she took, notice she got 20 questions and it was 21 minutes and 8 seconds. So you can see that it's being adaptive. And then I can see that everyone else hasn't started, but I say that someone at least has begun. Hey, okay? So that's what I see. Now on your end, you click it and you'll get the questions. Any questions on that? And I know the due date is August 28th. Questions? Miguel, you have questions on it? Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so in this case, if I did it, then I know that's perfect. In that sense here, I can come back and then I got the Wiley Plus. Assignment and quizzes, just so everybody knows, what was due is quiz 1. So you know that quiz 1, you take it. So quiz 1, you can take before the adaptive or after. I would take it after, since you've read the book and you've done the adaptive, then I would take this one, and you notice it's also due right before class on August 28th. It will tell you, and it allows you to do it 2 times. So if you don't get a perfect score the first time, it allows you to take it the second time. And Emilio, is it open book? And open notes? It's open book. Open notes can take you as long as you want. All I want, so Emilio, what I want you to do is you concentrate on the concepts. If you have problems, come to me. And then what I'll be doing in the class is explaining things that I think are more difficult concepts. Do you understand that, Emilio? But what I want everybody to understand, this class, I require everyone to do the work. If you have issues, which we will have constantly, what I require you to do is you need to document those problems. You may not get it right the first time. There may be issues. Wiley has an issue. I may have, we have so many issues that can be coming about. We're not going to get overly excited, but we're going to be attempting it all. If you want a class that you're not going to have to do anything and just take tests and just relax, this is not the section for you. But if you want to basically learn new technologies, and basically I see you as doing this journey with me. I see that you're going to be teaching me things, that you're be trying out. Do you see that, Amelia? I see you as basically giving me, basically coming to class and say, hey, listen, I tried out this chatbot or this didn't work, and you'll be teaching me as well. We'll be teaching each other. And the other thing that's going to be important, so that's the quizzes, and then you have PowerPoints here. This is registration, and if you want even a way in which to see what each chapter is, you can download each chapter and look at the PowerPoint. So you learn in different ways. So you see that in this case, Lauren, if you'd like, kind of maybe you want to look at the overview of the PowerPoints first. You decide. I'm allowing, everybody's a different learner in different ways. All I require you to do is to know the material. And when you have difficulties, Lauren, you come back and discuss it in class and say, hey, this is where I got stuck. This doesn't make sense. This is where Wiley got stuck. And you just we'll document it. So if I look at what's due, right? I got the Wiley Plus we went over. I got the quiz. Now we have to update Zoom. And now what I want you to do is make a YouTube account and practice live streaming with Zoom. In these parts, we're going to start doing exercises. We're going to do exercise where you, Lauren, you'll be able to record to the cloud. I want you to be able to do polling, everything that you need, all the nuances of Zoom. So that'll be our first assignment, and we'll do it in a group. So for instance, if I go to Zoom, and I'm going to zoommiami.edu, I will see under settings, you have the exact same qualifications that I do, Lauren. And what's the beauty here, Lauren, is this is an enterprise version, meaning that this costs the university a lot of money to subscribe to this. It's not the version that you can just download with Zoom and get it free. So we're learning professionally on it, and you'll see there's a number of settings here. And the main one later on, to host the video, be a participant, you'll go through all the settings with your group and figure out what are the best ones to do, but especially how to chat, right? How to do seeing enabling. You'll see what I do with direct messaging. Sometimes you want to be more restrictive, having a co-host. I like to have a co-host. I want you to be able to know how to do meetings and polls. I'll give you something more specific in writing next week, but I want you to be familiar how to annotate using a whiteboard, remote control. You can see how much you can do with Zoom. You don't even realize how Zoom is now incorporating a lot of AI. And then breakout rooms, right? Broadcast messages, captioning, right? Full transcripts I want. Notice it can do a number of different languages, virtual backgrounds, right? I have a virtual background. Allow users, but this is, you see this, Lauren? Allow live streaming of meetings. And I want you, especially, I check them off. We're going to do allow live streaming of meetings via YouTube. We'll have issues with this. We'll discuss it later, but you'll documenting where you're having those issues. So what I want to do tonight is I want to stop sharing. What I want to do tonight is how many students do we have in the class? Somebody want to check for me? How many?
40?
Do I have, anybody want to count off here? Mackenzie, how many do I have? Do I have 40?
Yes, you have 40.
But
39.
39. Okay, let's say, so let's do 10 groups of 4. So I'm going to do a breakout for only about 10 minutes. I'm going to randomize the breakout rooms to 4 to a group. And you'll start off with this group till like mid-semester. Later on, and we'll do some exercises with that group. Then later on, when we do our major project, I'll give you a chance to switch groups. So you say, I want to do a financial project, or somebody says, I want to focus in on marketing, or somebody says, I want to do a data analytics, or I want to do automated trading systems or other things. So we'll change group, but for right now, we'll do it. And your goal are 2 or 3 things here. One is to share in your group everybody's email and phone number that you can get in contact. So my people that are even new to the class, you have already your group that you can reach out and say, okay, what do I need? Or somebody you can reach out and say, oh, I'm having problems with Wiley. So you'll be sharing your email. The other thing is I want you to start looking at Zoom that you have kind of loaded up and see how do I change some of those defaults, and then try to figure out how to create a YouTube account. Some of you have YouTube accounts, and then our goal is going to be how do we stream? And then on Monday, what I'm going to do, you remember I talked about IT roles, and my role is instructor and your role is in students. On Monday, what I want is everybody to take an instructor role. So we'll create another Blackboard site where everybody will be teaching assistants. So Victoria, you can tell already your parents that you've been promoted, right? To this course, you were so good, right? That you were already promoted to a teaching assistant. Any questions? So let's do this for about 10 minutes, meet with the group. I'll say hello to each of your groups, and then we'll come back to the regular session and we'll sum up what we have to do. Any questions before I set this up? So I'm going to assign automatically 10 groups. I'm going to assign it automatically, and I'm going to create it. I'm going to open up all the rooms and you go to your room. And Dylan, did you go to your room? And Elias, did you go to your room?
Yes, I was having trouble. I'm just joining now.
Right. And Dylan, I think Dylan is stuck. See, he's frozen. Okay, perfect. Okay, can you guys hear me? Yes, I'm having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. I'm having some issues, but it's okay. Any questions that we have? We're okay? So stay with me. If you have any additional questions, I'm looking forward. Everybody knows what the assignments are. Basically doing the Wiley Plus, the quiz, the readings, and then try out to see if you can set up a YouTube account on your own. Sometimes you need to wait for a while. Sometimes it's not working. And then also look at your Zoom to make sure your Zoom can do a live stream with YouTube. And then we'll start doing some exercises on Monday. Okay, so stay with me. I look forward to having everybody in the class. Bye-bye.
Bye, thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Professor,
Yes.
where is the adaptive assignment?
Okay, where's the adaptive assignment? Are you in Wiley Plus?
Yeah,
Okay. Did you click on chapter 1?
yeah.
Okay. Did you go all the way down to the end?
It's like the closing case, right?
No, not the closing. It says adaptive assignment all the way down.
I don't see that.
What do you see? What's your last thing?
The last thing is the last thing in chapter 1 is closing case.
Okay, why don't you share your screen with me?
Okay. To open. I have to allow through my computer. It's not letting me now because I would have to quit Zoom.
Why do you have to quit Zoom? Oh,
'Cause
quit. You're in.
Yeah. Yeah. to share my
Okay, but
screen.
it's basically if you can come back on, quit and then come back on and I'll help you with sharing the screen. Another thing, how do you pronounce your name? Kai?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kai, basically what you can do is, did you have your group?
Yeah. No one in my group knew though.
Okay, so let's come back in and come back into
Okay.
the session and then we'll share. What
I'll
else?
leave and join.
Yeah, leave and then come back.
Okay.
Okay, what other questions? Miguel, do you have a question for me?
Yes. I had a question. Is the only way to access Wiley Plus through Blackboard, or can I like join through the website? Because when I tried to join through the website, it asked me for a code.
No, you want to join through Blackboard
Okay, through Blackboard every time, right?
every time. Join through Blackboard every time. And did you get a 14-day?
Yeah, I got the
Got a
14-day, but
and then update through Blackboard. That's always the easiest.
okay.
Then you don't need any code.
Okay, yeah. Now I'm just looking for the adaptive assignment. I thought
Okay.
it was in Blackboard, but I'll wait.
Go to Wiley Plus.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll let you continue with Kai. I can see then.
You see it? Whose is this? Whose is that? Is that yours, Miguel?
No, that's Kai's.
This is yours, Kai?
Y-
Is this yours, Kai?
You're
Hi?
muted. You're muted, Kai.
Keep on going down. Oh, I know what he is. Kai, tell Kai, chat with Kai. Kai, you're muted. No, he's in the wrong place.
Okay. Yeah. Where should I go?
Okay, now, okay, fine. Go back. Go back. You're in the wrong section. That's why. You're in Wiley Plus courses. And then you'll tell Kai, I'll be able to tell everybody what it is. Okay, now go back to, don't even go this way. Go all the way. Go to Blackboard again. Go to the tab of Blackboard.
Blackboard, okay,
Okay, now bring up your Blackboard, your original Blackboard. Okay,
Okay.
there. Okay, now go to Wiley Plus.
yeah,
Okay, chapter 1. You went to Wiley Plus. Now go all the,
oh,
oh, good. When I hear, oh, now we know it, hi.
okay, and then so when should I read off of this
Yeah,
then? or
I would go off of this thing. I would read it. I
Oh,
would
okay,
read off,
okay,
click on that, but then go to the adaptive assignment is right there.
and are we graded on the adaptive assignment?
Yeah.
Okay, that counts for a grade, and then I already took okay,
Okay,
sounds
and
good,
then open
thank you,
that. So, hi, do me a favor and
yeah,
contact all your group members
uh-huh,
and show them this. Tell them,
okay,
because you all went to all the resources rather than
uh-huh,
chapter 1.
yeah,
That's what's
okay.
confusing. I don't know if maybe I should, the reason all the chapter resources were there is maybe I should hide the chapter resources and then you just see chapter 1. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah,
Maybe I'll what do you think? Maybe I'll just hide that. Because that confuses people. Yeah. it
I
confuses
think
you.
maybe if you just make an announcement, I think to go off of the,
Chapter
of
1.
the
I'm gonna
yeah.
hide it for right now, and then you'll
Okay.
tell them too, and then we'll go over it. But that's what it's so great, that you're telling me this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And-
that's why I wanted to ask
yeah,
you,
yeah.
yeah, of
And then
course,
you can get, you get class participation that you're trying to find it rather than just saying, oh, I'll find it someday. You can,
Thank
that's
you.
the problem. You can keep on doing the same thing over and over again and you'll never find it.
thank you,
But your goal, you're just now, go ahead and at least text your group. Because you said
Yeah, I
no one in
will.
your group found it. Go ahead and text each of them and tell them this is where you found it. You have to go into chapter 1, not into the computer resources.
Well,
Excellent.
Michaela's actually in my group, so
Okay,
she,
great. Okay,
she already knows.
yeah.
Great, thank you
but
so
you have
much.
anyone else in your group?
No, I do, I'm gonna text them right now.
Right, text them too. Perfect.
Thank you, I'm looking forward to the rest of the class, thank
Me
you.
too.
Bye.
Okay, and we'll have issues every time, but we just,
Haha,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
This is a class
always, of
of issues.
course,
No, but this is a class of issues and we don't get too upset about it, but rather we look at it as challenges and we try to figure out from one another for help. Okay?
that's the best way to look at things, thank you, have a nice
Okay,
day.
have a positive
Bye.
attitude. Take care. Michaela, how can I help you?
So I was just wondering when you typically have your tests, because you said they're in person and
Yeah, they're on the
I'm
course syllabus.
okay, because if
It's
I haven't,
October 9th and I think it's in November. We can look at the course syllabus if we can bring it up.
okay, I guess I'll check the days because if it's on a Monday, that might be like an issue for me because I worked before. So I'm like
Yeah, well, you're
working.
gonna have to make, it is on a Monday and you're gonna have to make,
Is there any way I would be able to take it like the week before or something like that?
no. Mm-mm. So what is the
Okay.
issue?
Because I work before this class and then I hop online for this class on Mondays.
Okay, so you'll have to get in touch with whoever you're working with and make some adjustments and say that you need to be in class on that October 9th. You're gonna have to be at 5 o'clock or even like 10:05. You're gonna have to be on campus to take the test.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, otherwise, I don't know, you can, I think my other, doesn't matter the section, because I teach another section at 3:35 right before this. But I don't think that's gonna help you either. Is it?
No. Okay, I'll figure it out. Thank
Yeah, you'll figure it out, and at least you have some time. But remind me, Michaela, can you be so kind and remind me to emphasize those dates for everyone? Because everybody kind of thinks, oh, it's online, so I can always just hop online. We're going to be doing the test. Those are the one times that it's required to meet in person.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.